Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. I want to thank you so much for joining us right here on Charter Channel 181, where you can see us 6 days a week. And you can also find us on YouTube as well as Facebook. And Leanne also uploads the most recent episode right to her website. It's called thethirdhandproductions.com. You can check that out and find out what's going on in your community. And we're always looking for more information. Owatonna is an amazing place. It has great opportunities for you to get out and see what's going on. So if you've got an event coming up, we'd love for you to let us know by sending us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net. You can also call us at 390-5751 and let us know what's going on, and we'll get you on the air and talk about what's going on in your life, like right now. We're talking about some great chili cook-off information. Also, we're going to be talking about Owatonna Arts Center, what's going on over there. So it's just a great opportunity for you to hang on to and just hang out with us here at the Owatonna Today Show. Oh, and Leanne also wants to remind you to tell you, we are now on Twitter. We're excited about this. What we're going to be doing is letting you know each and every day what's going on with our new show, so you can kind of get a little preview of what's going on. So make sure you check us out on Twitter as well. It's just a great day to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show. So stick with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
And we're back to the Owatonna Today Show. It's time for the annual chili cook-off. We have two gentlemen here. Would you mind introducing yourself for us?
Sure, Shelley. My name's Dave Effertz. I'm with TPS Insurance. Pretty much a lifelong Owatonnan. We moved down here when I was 3. After college and living up in the cities, moved back down here about 15 years ago, raising a family, so happy to be part of the community.
Thank you.
And I'm Mark Kearin, and I work at Federated Insurance in the IT department. And I've known the Lawrences for the last probably 15, 20 years through Andrew. So I've been kind of helping out with the chili cook-off here, helping get it organized and kicked off.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about this because this isn't a tradition that's been going on. How long has it been going on for, Mark?
This is going to be the 11th annual.
11 years
Yep.
this has been happening. This
It
is
has.
an opportunity that a family through a tragedy has decided to turn into a very positive thing.
Correct.
So why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of the background of the chili cook-off?
Sure. It's named after Andrew Lawrence, who was the son of Bill and Marie Lawrence, and the brother to Jennifer Lawrence. And unfortunately, his life was cut short on September 14th, 2003. He was riding his bicycle around Lincoln School, and it was, that time of the year where the sun's kind of in your eyes, and a driver did not see him and hit him, and unfortunately he did not survive that accident. And it was a very tragic incident. It happened very close to my house. I came home when the mail the helicopter was there taking him away, and you're just praying, and unfortunately he didn't come through. But what Bill and Marie and Jennifer have done from this experience, we see what they're doing publicly, and we talk to them privately too, but the strength and resolve that they've shown, and just to create a legacy for Andrew, they've done this chili contest, and then with the proceeds they're using to create a scholarship fund to fund. They're kind of gearing it towards Catholic educated children. So it's really been a fantastic thing that they've done with that.
One of the things that often happens is that through this legacy, we get to celebrate who that person was.
Correct.
Can you give us an idea a little bit about who Andrew was?
Yeah, I mean, just a fun-loving kid that very involved in sports and music with drums. And then again, trying to get involved in a lot of leadership things too with the Boy Scouts and some other things. So, you know, everybody had a friend with Andrew, and yeah.
So to be able to continue that legacy of it sounds like in a way that he really wanted to help people.
Yep.
You know, Boy Scouts, that's what Boy Scouts is all about.
Yep.
It's about self-development, but it's also about giving back to the community.
Exactly.
And so it sounds like this is another way of he's continuing to do that
Yep.
in an amazing way. How many years has the Cookoff been going again? I think you told us
11 years. Yep.
And traditionally, what do you do with the money that you raise? You said a little bit about scholarships. Give me a few more details about that.
Right. Well, there's like 5 scholarships they try to hand out a year, $1,000 each, so that's $5,000. The year that Andrew was going to be a senior, I think there would have been a lot of his friends. They kind of expanded that out. I think they did about 10 or 11 that particular year, and that was a very emotional year. That's the year he would have been a senior. But right now it's $5,000 scholarships. They're raising a little bit more additional funds, so this will be self-sustaining at one point. And again, it's all because of this chili contest.
Well, I want to talk about that. Let's go ahead and tell me a little bit about this amazing chili contest. For 11 years,
Yes.
we've been doing this chili cook-off.
Well, for 11 years, this year will be the 11th year on Saturday, January 17th, at the Armory from 4 o'clock till right around 8 o'clock, 7:30. The balloting opens at 4 o'clock and ends at 7:30. And really, we have 50 different chilies that are entered into the contest.
I have a quick question. Has anyone ever eaten all 50 chilies?
A few people actually have.
Do they?
I mean,
Because that seems a little gastronomically scary.
you know, thank goodness I don't have to stay around there with all the people, those people that have ate the 50 chilies.
They usually probably go home alone. I think those people don't want to be around them.
God help their spouse. But yeah, 50 chilies. Now, you don't get a whole bowl with each individual one. And then all of a sudden, people walk in the door and they'll get, it's it's cups. And you get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 tablespoons with each individual one. And at first, people will say, if you're early in the line, says, well, this is all I get. And I said, you can have as much as you want. Now, we're just trying to be your friend so that you can taste as many chilies as you can have. But, you can go to, like I said, there's 50 different chilies. About 44 of them or so will be individuals that have entered in and created their own chilies. And those will be, we have 2 different categories of chilies, okay? A red chili, which is basically anything with a tomato in it. Even a little bit of tomato in it, it becomes a red chili. And then we got the white chilies, which are usually a brothier, chickeny type of a chili with a lot of chili powder and cumin. Actually, a lot of people totally favor the white chilies. So very, very nice chilies, okay? So we got about 44 individuals, and we got 7 different restaurants that are in it. The restaurants are like Hy-Vee, Owatonna Country Club, Torrey's, Famous Dave's, The Colonel, Costa's, and Fairway Foods are all entering their own kind of corporate chili or their name chili. So people will come in the door. It's $10 to get in, $8 in advance if you want to get an advance ticket at Kotke Jewelers, okay? And you can come in and you can stay there and eat all night. Now, you may say, I don't really like chili, okay, but that's not a problem, okay? Because we have hot dogs, there are so many desserts and bars and other types of things available.
And that all is included in that
It's all
price.
included at one price, yes. There'll be juice and refreshments and water available. And
Do you have milk available? Because I know sometimes that kind of helps with cut the.
we don't have milk available, but maybe
bring
something.
your own milk?
You could bring your own milk. Yeah, bring your own milk.
Okay, just checking.
And then for some of those, there will be beverages that are available for purchase for adults and stuff like that. So it's a very family-oriented event. It's a very fun event, a very social event. And actually, it's amazing the outpouring of the community support that come to it. You know, we usually get somewhere around 700 or more different individuals coming to it. Now, somebody say, Owatonna at the Armory, there isn't enough parking for 700 people. Okay, well, that's not a problem because Fleet Farm has been very gracious to let us have overflow parking, and the Owatonna Bus Company has volunteered a shuttle service that just circles back around all day long to make sure people have an easy way to get to the event. So It's a very, very popular activity, and I think the town really enjoys it. If you haven't ever come to it, come, enjoy it.
So you pay your $10 and then you get an opportunity to vote. How do you vote for your favorite chili?
Okay, there's really three different categories.
Okay.
There's those that have never won before. Okay?
Oh no!
All right?
Well, you're pointing over in this direction. That's so sad.
And there's red and white categories for those that have never won. Okay. And there's past champions in the red and white category
you're
for
in
that.
that one.
I guess I would be in that one.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So some people's chilies are perceived at least to be better than others. Okay. And then there's the restaurant category. And there's just that one. So there's, I guess, the 5 different categories.
And you just do you put your spoon in a bowl, or how do you actually vote?
So you go around, you taste as many as you possibly can. Then you kind of say, well, here's my favorites. And you have a ballot.
Okay.
You put your favorite one on there, put it in the box, and at the end of the evening, right around 8 o'clock, we'll announce the winners.
And what do the winners get?
The winners get bragging rights for a whole year, which is probably worth more than anything.
Have you extended your bragging rights a little bit, maybe?
I've only won once. There's some people that are much more worthy of extending their bragging rights than myself. But compared to Dave, then I would, yes. But bragging rights for a year, and you get a trophy. There's no cash prize. This is all, everybody donates this. This is, and that's, again, it's not just the community that comes to it, but the donations that people make on the chilies. I mean, I know, I'm sure Dave spends well over $100 on his chili. I spend well over $100, and just making all the...
How much do you make?
5 gallons.
Yeah, wow. It's got to be hard to make that taste test right. So, when people go, do they need a plan of action, Dave, of how to eat? Like, you know what I mean? That's a lot of chili to try.
It is.
So kind of give someone some ideas on how they can handle this and not kill themselves.
Sure. Well, again, he's mentioned how social the whole
well, and it sounds like a lot of fun ribbing too.
And even though it's an event from 4 to 8, there's no agenda. It's if you can't make it, then we know people have busy schedules. It could be at sports events. It could be coming from church after the fact. Just show up, be there maybe only a half hour, be there the whole time, but spread it out. You're going to run into people that you know. And again, like he's saying, you're getting small samples.
Okay.
And if you like that particular individual, you keep going back and having that too. But other people get creative, and that's probably where they win. They're bribing, like with cornbread or some crackers or some other things.
It's the side dishes.
And of course, whet your appetite with beverages as well. And there is the adult beverages with i.e. beer, which it's fun. So I don't know if there's a true technique other than just pace yourself.
Pace yourself, yeah.
And enjoy and meet your fellow community members.
And I think also a fun thing might be to do is kind of talk to those chefs, those people who have decided to kind of get an idea.
Well,
of
everybody. I mean, it's not just the chefs. It's the people that are in the crowd. They're asking, well, what's your secret ingredient? And then, you try to take notes. And I don't know if anyone ever makes the same chili exactly every year in and year out. They're just tweaking it a little, and you think you got the perfect one. Well, you're going to tweak it again. So.
Okay. Give us the dates again, Mark.
It's this Saturday, January 17th at the Owatonna Armory,
and
from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock.
You can get tickets at Cocky's ahead of time?
Yep. $8 in advance for tickets at Cocky Jewelers.
But you can get them at the door as well.
You can get them at the door. $10 a person or $30 for the family.
Oh, good. Well, thank you so much for your time, and also thank you for your dedication to such a great opportunity.
Yeah,
so.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Don't let the cold winter weather stop you from exercising. Keep up your fitness program at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. We offer a variety of different membership packages available on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. We also have a variety of programs and services to help the newest of members get started and to help those who have been around for a while improve on what they are doing. The Tennis and Fitness Center participates in insurance reimbursement programs with a variety of different insurance providers that could make you eligible for up to $20 credit each month. For more information about the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, call us at 444-4290.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
It's Leanne on the go for the Owatonna Today Show, and I am here today at the Owatonna Arts Center with Sylvan Durbin. And Sylvan, I'm focused on a photograph of a couple here, and this has something to do with your January exhibition. Can you please tell us who we're looking at right now?
I'm delighted to tell you about it. The photograph is of Marianne Young in a pink chiffon dress, and her husband, Kearin Young. Kearin Young was a vice president at Federated Mutual Insurance, and Marianne and Kearin Young, along with a number of other individuals in the community, were the founding members of the Owatonna Arts Center. Both of them were on the original board. And the Art Center was founded in 1974. Marianne and her husband traveled. For about 50 years, they went to 24 different countries all over the world. And Marianne loved clothing and textiles. So at the age of 12, she had learned how to tat and crochet and embroider and all sorts of manipulations with fabric and textiles, and so enjoyed that. When she and her husband, Kearin Young, would travel, she would buy, various garments and textiles from the countries that she would visit, and would incorporate them into her wardrobe. And she gave the Art Center her collection of gowns. We have some 100 pieces in the collection from about 24 countries, and they are complete with accessories. The thing that makes these unusual, I feel, is that she would wear them. Some people visit foreign countries and bring back garments or artifacts and, neatly tuck them away in a drawer or a closet, but not Marianne. She wore these.
And would she wear these for dress-up occasions? Do you know, or would she wear these just kind of, depending on what it was, obviously, but would she wear it for everyday wear, out and about town shopping and that kind of thing?
I don't know for sure if she wore them out and about shopping, and I didn't know Marianne. She had passed by the time I had arrived on the scene, but many of her contemporaries have shared stories with me. So Marianne would wear these various dresses and gowns and outfits to church, to various functions. In fact, some young people, insisted that they wanted to go to church at the same time Marianne would go, so that they could see what she was wearing, which would be kind of fun. And
I think we should say Marianne was born in 1902.
She was born in 1902. She was a Zamboni, born here in Owatonna, went to school here. Also, Kearin Young was her English teacher at one time. Marianne went to Morningside College, which I believe is in Iowa, and traveled a great deal. And her house was featured in House Beautiful, and also the Minneapolis Star and Tribune, in one of their Sunday sections years ago, featured her home, because Marianne had this flair not only for fashion and costuming, or gowns and dresses, but also her home was filled with a lot of interesting artifacts that they would have picked up on their travels, like large African masks, wooden Byzantine angels. She, had a gift of displaying them very artfully and very eclectic decor.
Okay, and I do recall as a child growing up that my family oftentimes would drive by their home, and I'm trying to remember which street it's on, but we loved driving by the home and looking out the window, and Marianne had a very special color that she absolutely loved, and what color was that, Sylvan?
Well, pink was her favorite color, and so the house was painted pink.
It was.
And even from the exterior, it was a visual treat.
It was.
Because the front door had a large multicolored wooden crest on it. Flanking that were two leaded glass windows, and flanking that would have been two fairly sizable marble sculptures. And then in the yard, flanking that would have been these hugely oversized lanterns that must have been about 2 feet on newel posts. So it was quite a visual opulent setting as well.
And on the side of the house, did she not have some type of a wooden carving kind of
Yes.
thing? And I believe that's still there on that particular home.
I believe it is. That was the fireplace, and there, I believe they were probably Mexican wooden carving things that were probably picked up in Mexico. And then there's these two little balconies flanking it, and I believe those are still there, that have marvelous, I believe, alabaster roosters on it. So she did have a delightful sense of humor and a wonderful style for decor.
She did. So now, Sylvan, what you have done here at the Arts Center, it's been a number of years since you've displayed any of her costumes or clothing items, and so that's what you're doing now for one of the exhibitions this January.
Yes, we're doing that. It's been some time since we have done that, and we're only showing a small selection of them. There are 98 of them, plus accessories, and I'd be happy to, share with you some of them.
On over there, Sylvan, we'll follow you with the camera. And here we are, voila.
This particular garment is the one that was in the photograph. It's from France, and I love that it's a pink chiffon gown, and with coke feathers, a fancy word for chicken feathers.
I was going to ask you if you knew what the feathers were. Okay, so that's very environmentally appropriate if they're chicken feathers.
Well, yes. Now, we must step back in time, too, because the gray fox fur here, this garment with the tweed is a designer piece by Pauline Trégère, and I may be mispronouncing her name, but you must remember when this was purchased, it was not unpolitically correct to have a fur. And what I find absolutely fascinating about this, and an expert whom we had down from the University of Minnesota basically told me that Pauline, and I'll kind of tuck in, you can see these rhinestone buttons.
Oh my gosh.
Which are, hidden.
And you don't see those. Open that up again, Sylvan, so we can get a close-up of that. Lovely. Oh my gosh.
And that was another signature of Pauline. Not knowing Marianne, I thought possibly she had, dressed this outfit up a bit, by doing that, because she was known to embellish things. And, behind me is a piece that she made. She purchased these silkscreen flowers that are embellished with colored sequins.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And it has this marvelous train as well here. And so she was really a part of that creative process. And for those of us who, kind of lived during the 60s and 70s, the hippie era, this particular outfit is from Mexico, so she wasn't above a good deal. And if you really can look at this fabric, which it kind of reads as kind of a lovely orange with a lovely orange and maybe a little pink tinge, it's made of it's woven with an orange fabric that goes this thread that goes this way, and the warp thread, which is this hot pink. And so the hot pink has been disassembled and macrame knotted with all of this fringe.
That's amazing. Well, we just have a minute and a half left, Sylvan, so
then
I know we have another. We'll give you a sneak peek at a couple of more of the costumes here, but you really do need to come and see them in person. I mean, the video just simply does not do justice to.
Well, I'm going to do this one. This one is from Afghanistan. And so, we think of that time period that she would have traveled to all of those, very popular European countries. And one of the Art Center friends basically picked this one out of the collection because of the pants, which are, I can't come up with a term right now.
They look a bit like knickers, actually.
Thank you. They're like knickers and heavily embroidered. And it's the kind of thing that Marianne did wear as well. And then I want to also point out the tunic back here is a piece from the Guthrie Theater. So she actually purchased this piece from them. It was in play Henry VIII.
Henry VIII, okay.
And I have been told when the Art Center had a special opening, we have two of these similar capes that men opened the door to let people in wearing these marvelous capes.
Okay, so we have about 10 seconds left. Tell us how long will these be on display and what the Art Center hours are?
Well, this will be on display only briefly till about the 17th of January, very, very brief, because the next exhibition in February is starting a little earlier. Bonnie Breutzmann is going to be showing watercolors, and it will be a handsome, wonderful show. So that makes this one extremely short. The Art Center will also be kicking off our educational series on January 17th with a variety of classes for both adults and kids, so you need to check them out on our website. There is another thing that will happen on February 1st that I'm looking forward to. Sandra Friesen is a professor at St. Olaf, I believe. I may have the wrong college going here right now, who is a pianist, will do a complete Debussy program. So there's a number of wonderful things happening this winter.
So come to the Art Center to warm up from our cold winter weather. Come and see Marianne's collection of costumes and the other things that we have in store. Thank you so much, Sylvan. Unfortunately, we're out of time, so we will have to come back and visit you another time.
Thank you for coming.
You bet.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to Transitional Housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Every child needs a mentor, a positive role model. For me, that was my grandmother. For more than 110 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters has been making meaningful monitored matches between adult volunteers and children. And these positive relationships have direct and measurable impacts. Help a child realize his or her potential. Visit bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
And it's time for a look at some community service announcements. The Owatonna Police Department is accepting applications and is currently in the process of recruiting members to fill the vacancy in the Police Reserve Unit. The Police Reserve Officer is a volunteer position that works under the direction of sworn police personnel at the Owatonna Police Department. The duties of a police reserve officer may include a uniformed support service to patrol and investigations divisions through traffic direction and control, attend community policing events, park patrol, house watch, assisting with crime scene security, emergency call out to assist with missing person searches, article searches, and prisoner custody assignments, and more. To be eligible, you must be at least 18 years of age. For more information, you can contact the Owatonna Police Department at 507-774-7202. Thanks for joining us on the Owatonna Today Show. We'll be back on Wednesday when we talk with Owatonna Public Utilities, as well as it's Pet Adoption Day. See you then.